growing quality transplants like a pro. We're gonna show you how it's done. Let's get into it. First thing, start with quality seed. All these plants right here are the Halcinator seeds here. And if you look out there, you see how even they are. And these trays right here are 128 cell trays. And I don't see the first cell missing out of any of them. They use mechanical seeders to plant these right here, so they only put one seed per cell, because these seeds are expensive. We don't want to waste any. But as I look out here, I see 100% germination. Every cell is full there. Now, with all our hybrid seeds that we're going to show you today that we grow our plants from, you're going to notice something there, 100% germination. That's the reason it's done correctly. When I have somebody call me and say, you know, your Halcinator seeds are not any good, I didn't get germination. Man, I question that, because look here, grown in the perfect conditions. Now, mind you, this is perfect. You get 100% germination there. I always tell people when you're having problems, let's talk about it and figure it out, because there's an issue somewhere. Let's figure it out so that you can be successful. Do not assume it is the seed's fault. With these hybrid seeds, they are quality, and the reason is we sell to people like this right here that grows plants, and we grow our own plants. And folks, you can tell real quick if you grow them in perfect environmental conditions if you got a problem or not. And with these good hybrid seeds, we just don't have any problems with germination. Along with good seeds, we got to have good germination environment. These right here are put into a germination chamber for about 24 hours before they come to the greenhouse. Directly after they're seeded, we put moisture on them to make sure they got adequate moisture inside these trays. They're put on a pallet. They're wrapped with that saran wrap I've told you about, so it keeps that humidity in. They're put in a room at 85 degrees with 100% humidity for 24 to 36 hours. That helps break that seed down to help it pop up, and you get good, if not perfect, germination. From then, folks, it is moved out here to the greenhouse. Those seeds have still not popped through, but they're ready to pop through. In just a few days, those seeds pop through. That, having the perfect conditions for an environment that will sprout those seeds, is extremely important. Of course, watering and fertilizing is important, and this right here is an automated system that can be set up to do manually, or it can be set up on an app on phone, or just simply set up here on the timer here to run at particular times here. So you don't have to be here to water. You can know when you want to water, and you can set this thing to do it. It goes down through there on this trolley right here, and it puts the perfect amount of water out there. Also injecting the fertilizer into this water system. So you can inject the exact amount of fertilizer you want in there when you need it. Let's talk about fertility, because this is a big one right here. This medium that these plants are grown as with most of your good commercial mediums or soils in there, including our seed start mix, has no nutrient value at all to it. Peat, vermiculite, perlite, or any combination of it right there, but it has none. We get the energy from our seeds to pop and to get that plant come through. When we get to this stage right here, I like to call this the 4-leaf stage. This plant right here's got 4 leaves on it. You can tell it needs a little help. This is the time we like to start putting fertilizer to it. Now, we enjoy using a water-soluble fertilizer because we have this automated system that we can put it through. It's quick, it gets to the plant responds to it. So I'm a big believer in water-soluble fertilizer. At this stage right here, we need to start hitting these plants with some nutrients to get them popping along. If not, they're going to get yellower than this. They're going to get stunted. They're not going to grow off. When we do apply that fertilizer, we get nice looking plants like this right here. See that nice green color right there? That's what we want. Controlling your temperature in the greenhouse here in the south, heat's worse on us than keeping it warm. These right here are automated. They have these curtains on the side that raise up and down as they need to. You can set the parameters of where you want your temperature to be, and these curtains here automatically adjust for that. So if you have a real warm day, like today, well, they're gonna go automatically down. You really don't have to do anything and do it on its own. Yet late this afternoon when it gets cool, you guessed it, it'll pull right back up, close off right by itself. So the commercial farmer can control all that to a T. Temperature, got fans in here so we can move that air around, water, moisture, applying chemicals, and applying fertilizer when they need it. Now, when growing plants in a commercial environment right here, fertilizer, for the most part, is a good balanced fertilizer such as 20-20-20, but also a heavy phosphorus fertilizer. And phosphorus is that middle number in your analysis there. And the phosphorus helps for that root development. If we get too much nitrogen, we're gonna get too much top growth and not enough root development. Root development growing plugs is extremely important. So the plants we're growing in this greenhouse is Halcinator tomato, red snapper tomato, Better Boy tomato, and that is the Better Boy Plus, and Shelby tomato. Peppers are Halcinator jalapeno, Halcinator bell, Gold Rush banana, and Tiburon poblano. We won't be able to pull these plants, and when they pull out of there, they got a good root system that stays intact. And you see there, I just pulled that one right there and I pulled half the root system off. We know this plant is not ready. It's gonna need a couple more weeks to root in and get that good firm root ball so that we quickly pull that plant. It's gonna pull the entire root system out there. Same thing with tomatoes. These are almost ready and that plant there pulls pretty good. So that's almost ready, but we wanna make sure give them a few more days that they're all ready to pull just that easy. But what we like to see is a good root system right there, a top that is not overgrown. Man, that's the perfect plant. So how do we as the home gardener with regular homeowner equipment grow that plant like the commercial guy does? Well, the reality is we're probably not going to be as good as growing the consistent plants as what they do, but we still can be successful. So I want to show you the tools that I use on a homeowner level that you can use to grow those good plants. A good soft water nozzle here, because we have to do manual irrigation here and you have to do it quite regular. Now, I'm a big proponent of these dram watering ones right here. They work really good. They're soft, they're easy on the plants, they don't splash a lot. It works really good. A little bit pricey, but the dram is definitely worth the extra cost. This product right here is your best friend in the greenhouse. 20-20-20, a complete water-soluble product. And we like to inject it. I hook it up right here where my water hose hooks up there. This right here is a siphon. It pulls out of a solution. I mix my 20-20-20 up in this bucket right here. And this hose right here will pull out of that bucket at a 16-to-1 ratio. That means for every 16 gallons that goes through this, I'm pulling 1 gallon out of this bucket right here of fertilizer to mix in with my water. So I'm fertilizing my plants when I water. And I like to do that at that 4-leaf stage and then do it on a weekly basis after that. A good germination mat, as you see right there where we're supplementing that heat, especially need that when we're germinating our seeds. And also good ventilation with my greenhouse here. Whether you use curtains or you open the front door and the back door and you got fans, man, it's so important down here in the South to have that air circulation on these warm days. All these things right here will help us grow good quality plants. Maybe not the perfect plant, but good quality plants so we can help ourselves grow our own food.